not a surprise, is it? Not a surprise.
Well, I thought he'd be number one. I thought he'd be number one.
I mean...
But he's awful.
So that's the London Mayor, Sadiq Khan. I mean, where do we start? Where do we start with Mr. Khan? Ben Habib, over to you.
So, the capital in disarray. Knife crime up, serious crime up, Metropolitan Police unable to do its job. Sadiq Khan, meanwhile, gets on the airwaves and said at least 40% of the Met Police should be from ethnic minorities. Another sign of the kind of reverse racism that we were discussing earlier on. Sadiq Khan, who spent £200 million pulling together a committee to decide which statues of the great and good of our past should be pulled down, as if they had any right to consider that, any mandate to be considering which statues to pull down. Sadiq Khan, who got on the bandwagon behind Black Lives Matter, gave it a complete clean bill of health, but yet was absolutely draconian when it came to people who were protesting against lockdowns, people who protested recently against the Southport killings and so on. Sadiq Khan, the man who produced a picture of two white parents and their two white children and said these people do not represent London. Sadiq Khan, who lied and got Imperial College to lie about the air quality in London so that he could impose the ULEZ zone, again hitting the white van driver and the working class harder than anyone because they need their vehicles in suburban London, outer London, to get to their jobs late at night and early in the morning and so on. Sadiq Khan, who will get up and switch on the lights for Eid, will switch on the lights for transgender ideology, will bang the drum for all of that, but finds it very hard to say Happy Christmas or to say anything remotely pro the Christian culture of this country. Sadiq Khan, the man who says that London was built by immigrants. You know, I mean, the man who was 4 years late and £4 billion over budget for the Elizabeth line, what was then called Crossrail. Sadiq Khan, who busted TfL and had to be bailed out by the government, but still blamed the government for his own failures. Sadiq Khan, who put up council tax by 9% and then a further 9% before inflation even kicked off, because he can't run what do they call it? A piss up in a brewery, can I say? He can just go and on and on.
And what's his reward? What's his reward, Ben Habib? A knighthood. He's going to get a knighthood.
It's absolutely devastating to see it. And a knighthood is of the order of the British Empire. That's where it comes from. It comes from our imperial past. It's a nod to our imperial past. It takes its lead and its context from where we came from. And this man holds our imperial past in contempt.
Everything he claims to hate.
Everything he claims to hate. He should decline it. If he's got any integrity, which of course he hasn't,
He doesn't.
but if he had any integrity, he would turn down that knighthood.